Episode 11, All for Love. And yes, Ayushi, we will go to that same cafe, the one we went to last time. We will also sit in that same corner seat. And you wear your pink top. Oh, you look fab in it. Now see, in this age of social media, on your demand, I have written this long letter to you. Promise me, you will also reply back. Bye, dearest. See you soon, sooner, soonest. Vishal was just about to draw some hearts and kisses when suddenly Baba walked in. Vishal froze for a moment. He hurriedly dropped the letter on the floor. Baba handed him some papers. Vishal, put these company tax papers of the last month in an envelope and write GP Singh's address on it. I have to leave for an urgent meeting with the director. The courier boy will be here any minute. Oh, Vishal finally took a breath. As he was writing the address on the envelope, the doorbell rang. Vishal gave the envelope to the courier boy. He now decided to finish his letter to Ayushi. Arre, but there was no letter on the table, nor on the bed or on the floor. Vishal frantically began to look for the letter. Cupboard, gym bag, laptop bag, college bag. He searched everywhere. Oh shit. Shit, Vishal now realized the love letter was also put in the envelope by mistake. Oh, holy shit. GP Singh uncle was not just the CA, but also their family friend. For 2 minutes, Vishal just stood in the room blankly. Then it struck him he had to stop the courier boy midway and extract his letter from the envelope. Vishal called up the customer care of Starline Document and Courier Services. They asked for the bill number. But the bill number must have been sent to Baba on his mobile. So obviously Vishal didn't have it. The customer care refused to help further in absence of the bill number. Vishal rushed down to the building guard. The guard had taken the courier boy's number. Oh, Vishal was so relieved. He dialed the number. Welcome to Starline Document and Courier Services. We are fast and reliable. If you wish to place a courier order, press 1. If you want to find out where is your parcel, press 2. Arey yaar, these recorded messages are such a pain. Jaldi karo yaar. Finally, the recorded voice said, if you want to talk to our executive, press 6. Vishal pressed 6 in a flash. After an irritating wait of 2 minutes, finally an executive came online. Vishal hurriedly explained that he needed his courier back. But the executive, in absence of the bill number, wasn't helpful and was decidedly rude. Vishal kept down the phone in agony. He didn't know what to do. He asked his best friend Soham to come down immediately. Soham was a go-getter. He smiled confidently. Are yaar, we have Google na. Let's search for the company office. The nearest office was 5 kilometers away. Soham took out his scooter and the boys rushed to the address. The courier office was on the 7th floor in an old 10-storied building. Its lift wasn't functioning. Hell yaar. Vishal and Soham climbed to the 7th floor. Perspiring and panting, clothes hugging their bodies and smelling of sweat, they reached the office. At the reception were 2 girls, who unashamedly began to giggle looking at their condition. क्यों? कोई बहुत अर्जेंट पार्सल है क्या? Vishal was furious at them, but said that they wanted to know if the courier from their area to the income tax circle had already reached. The other girl promptly replied, "Sir, our USP is fast and reliable delivery. Don't worry, your parcel will reach on time." Vishal felt so annoyed he wanted to pull at his hair. But Soham stepped in, and using all his charm, he asked them if they could give the number of the courier boy. After much pleading and cajoling and some flirting, finally the name and number were obtained. Vishal began to dial. But in between, Mom's call came through. "Where are you, Vishal? Why did you tell us before going? And where have you gone with Soham?" "Hey, mom, please, hold on. Soham had some urgent work for his practicals. बस अभी आता हूँ." Back to calling the courier boy. The fellow was probably driving and Vishal couldn't hear anything. He cut the call and dialed again and asked loudly, "भैया, आप कहाँ हो?" "माउंट कार्मल स्कूल पर." "कौन बोल रहा है?" Hello. But Vishal had already put down the phone. The boys looked at each other. Mount Carmel, shit. Income tax circle was just 5 minutes away. Oh God. They raced down the staircase, not waiting to hear one of the girls say, "Arey, ruko, service lift chalu hai." Soham weaved his scooter through the maddening traffic. They couldn't afford to be caught by the traffic police. Their knowledge of gullies and by lanes helped. Miraculously, in 15 minutes they reached the Aspire commercial house at Income Tax Circle. They ran up to the guard and asked him if he had seen any courier boy enter in the last 10 minutes. The guard looked at them suspiciously. "ये बहुत बड़ा बिल्डिंग है भाई, 100 ऑफिस तो होगा, हर 5 मिनट में कोई कोरियर आता है, तुमको किसका काम है वो बोलो ना." "जीपी सिंह साहब, 4th फ्लोर के लिए कोई कोरियर आया है?" The boys asked together. The guard became even more suspicious and refused to answer. Vishal was really at his wits' end by now. But Soham royally shook hands with the guard. "अरे भैया, हमको भूल गए. We come here so often to meet Singh uncle. Chalo, let's have some chai." At the mention of tea, the guard's face lit up. The three of them circled the building and went to a chai shop. The guard shouted, "Hey Chotu, 3 chai." Both boys weren't tea drinkers and finished theirs with some effort. You see, sometimes fate plays such dirty tricks on us humans. It did not remind the boys that they had left home without their wallets. The guard gave the blackest look to the boys, not setting any store about their coming again tomorrow with the chai money and giving a bun maska treat to him. Vishal and Soham most reluctantly now entered GP Singh's office. He looked up from a sea of papers, questioningly and quite surprised. "Uncle, this is my best friend Soham. We had just come to the nearby Sears Towers for some business prospects. So we thought we will just say a hello to you." "Business? In shorts and t-shirts?" questioned Uncle. The boys looked down in horror at their crumpled shorts and nighttime t-shirts. There was complete silence for a minute, as now even Soham didn't know what to say. Just then, the office boy came in. In this very awkward situation, Vishal thought that the office boy was like a masiha. But the masiha brought the courier from Vishal's house. Oh God! The tension would now crash through the roof. The boys leaned forward, not a muscle moving, and watched Uncle take out all the tax documents one by one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and no letter to Ayushi. Shucks. After 4 hours, when Vishal finally came back home, Mom had gone off to sleep. Pooja, his sister, asked him mischievously, "How was the meeting with Ayushi?" "What? How? I mean, who, Ayushi? What are you saying?" Vishal almost flopped down on the sofa. Kanti Bhaiya found your letter to Ayushi under the pillow and showed it to Mom. So Mom thought you had gone to meet Ayushi. She was worried Ayushi's father will make a nasty remark to Baba, because Baba has gone for an urgent meeting with the director. I mean, with Ayushi's father, na?